feeling it all this week, knowing that there's something tangible on the line this week?
Yeah. I think the whole team knows what we're playing for. We're playing for a Mountain West championship. We're all excited. We're excited for the opportunity, and we're preparing hard for these guys.
No, there's plenty of riding on it anyways, but when you add in that it's Nevada, does it make it a little bit more enticing?
Yeah. This is in recent years been a big game for both schools. Both schools have won games, and we're preparing hard for these guys.
What did you do last week? Did you go home or did you stay
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, it was nice. First time since I've been in the program, been able to go home for Thanksgiving, so that was awesome. Get to go home, see some family, hang out with them, and spend some time with them. It was awesome.
Take some film with you, or did you try to get away from it?
No, I completely got away from it. Because we practiced early in the week.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday we had practice, so there was plenty of work getting done there. So I took some time, spent some time with my family, watched some football. It was good.
This late in the season, that good for you guys, you think, to get away for a few days and
Yeah,
relax a bit?
I think it was because of how well practice went yesterday. I think practice was really clean yesterday. So whatever guys were doing, getting away, going home, all the teammates, I think it was good. Yeah.
This late in the season, with people on both sides probably banged up, both teams getting a bye, good for both teams?
Yeah, I think you get a couple practices that you don't have to do because you have a bye week. I think this late in the season, everyone's going to have injuries. Everyone's going to be hurting. I think it helps us.
What does Nevada do defensively that catches your attention?
They're good. They're a good unit. They play well together. They have a sound plan. We'll have to have a good plan on our end to hopefully get some plays on them.
Does anyone on that defense stand out? Anybody in particular kind of just catch your eye?
I think the first thing that stands out is they're a good unit. They play well together. The secondary does a good job playing well together. The linebackers and the run game and the D line, they don't miss assignments. They got some good players, definitely. Like every defense we've played, they got a good safety, number 5. He can play. He'll hit some guys. Their middle linebacker's good, Rossetti. They got some players.
You guys talk so much about trying to get better week to week and peak at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Is there a push to sort of go out and make this look like your best game and,
Yeah,
and put it together in this week?
Yeah, I told you guys already, we want to be playing our best football late in the season, last few games, especially in November, December. We want to play in our best ball. Film doesn't lie. I think each week this offense has gotten better, and hopefully that continues.
The way you've been able to, get so many guys the ball, in terms of when you've been passing, I mean, that's
Yeah.
got to be great for you, but also at the same time say something about those guys too.
Yeah, I think that's a reflection of our coaching, and then obviously the receivers, having a lot of guys that can play. I think since I've been here, that's kind of been a philosophy around here is get everyone involved in the offense, even when we had Austin and Titus that were premier wide receivers. But this year, even with Matt making a lot of plays for us, I think every game we've gotten a good amount of guys' receptions. And that's good for an offense because you can't just focus on one guy.
Do you feel like you had to lean on Matt early on, but maybe now that, or it's just the way that things have gone?
I don't think I've ever really, in my mind, during a game, have been like, I need to throw this guy the ball. We have reads, we have progressions based on defenses that they're presenting us with, and just going through them. Again, I think the guys done a great job this year.
You guys have gotten so many contributions from freshmen this year on offense. What's impressed you about that group?
They've done a great job. Early in the year, I was just trying to get them involved and understand the playbook and understand their assignments. They've done a great job with that early in the year, and then you can tell from the film that they're evolving into better players, and that's what you want to see from the first game to where we're at now. You want to see them improve and be better, and there's no doubt they all are.
Last several games, your percentage has gone up, the team's percentage in the red zone has gone up. When you look back at your films, what do you think the biggest difference is for you early in the season to now?
Just being comfortable. I think that's that's one perspective, just being comfortable, getting more experience. I mean, you can practice all you want, but game reps is where you really get experience. And I think, part of it's calling the right plays and having the right guys in the right spots. And then for me, it's just executing it and seeing what they're doing and making quick decisions with the ball.
It seems like you guys run so much out there now in the red zone in terms of formations and
Yeah.
players. I mean,
Yeah.
how much has that made a difference as well?
I think it's made a difference. I mean, just throwing a lot in the defense. They're probably, they see so many different formations and odd, funky, funk that they're probably going, what the heck, half the time. So, yeah, I think there's definitely an advantage to doing that stuff. And then it's up to us, no doubt, to execute it. It's always on us to execute the plays.
You mentioned getting comfortable and how this offense has gotten better. Was there a certain game or a certain point where you really felt like, it's really clicking? I've kind of got what I'm supposed to do, obviously.
Yeah, I feel like for most of the season I felt pretty comfortable in what I've been doing. I think it's just understanding how this process goes. Playing football, I think I've had more fun too as the season's gone on. I think you need to remember that we play this game because it's fun. Just caring about football and working hard, not worrying about other stuff I can't control, outside noise, that type of stuff.
Did you have to remind yourself, this is supposed to be fun, it's not supposed to be...
No, I don't mean anything negative at all by that.
No, but you take it really seriously, so at some point...
Of course. I mean, we all take it seriously. Sometimes I think you get caught up in just working so hard that it is a kind of a grind that there's just a lot of work involved. And sometimes, you just got to remember, hey, this is fun. And, we love playing on Saturdays.
Joe, your timing against Colorado State seemed to be as good as it's been all season. Has that been a particular work in progress for you?
Yeah, I think it's just gotten better week to week. Just feeling more comfortable. RP's dialing up some good plays for us that I feel comfortable with. He feels comfortable with, and then just receivers running good routes and being in the right spots, identifying the defense and getting the ball out.
Has that been part of it, that RP is finding out what works best for you and putting you in that comfort zone?
Yeah, it's definitely a working relationship. I mean, I think that's the way it goes in football. I think Coach Smith is involved too. All three of us, kind of have an open line of communication during the week of practice of what we want to get done and what routes are good. It's been a great relationship. It's been really fun working with them, and I think having that good relationship only helps. And we're doing a good job.
How has he changed or gotten better, do you think, in that role of offensive coordinator?
RP. I think he's done a great job all year. Energetic guy, brings a lot to the table, fun guy to be around. I think everyone's getting better, and that's just, that's been kind of the story of the offense from where we were at the beginning of the year to where we are now. Everyone's improving, from offensive coordinator to the quarterbacks, running backs, O-line, tight end, receivers. You see improvement in all those groups, and that's exciting to see improvement.
Personally, how much has your level of comfort and confidence kind of gone up from that Michigan State game to now where you're in your 11 games in?
Well, I've always have confidence in myself. There's no game that I go into and not have confidence in myself to get the job done. There's definitely a level of comfort, though. I think it's been a great job by the O-line, too. I mean, that's a big part of the passing game is how comfortable you are in the pocket. And when the O-line sets a good pocket and I can stand in there pretty loose and stand tall and make throws, makes my job a lot easier. It's a group effort, but I think my comfort level is definitely coming along.
Is being a starting quarterback all it's cracked up to be? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I have. I've enjoyed it.
Has there been times where it's been a little tough, and how did you try to get through those times?
I think it's, I think when you win, everything's good. The quarterback gets too much credit. And when things aren't going good and you lose a game, the quarterback sometimes gets too much blame. And that's just the history of quarterbacking. But no, my teammates are great. It's been a great year. We're 9-2 going to the last game. We get a chance to win a Mountain West championship. You kidding me? What else could you want? So we're all excited. We're happy where we're at, and we're excited to play Reno.
You talked about it a little bit, but I mean, just the week off, how refreshed do you feel at this point?
Yeah, I feel a little refreshed. The arm feels a little refreshed. it was just nice to get away, see the family, hang out with them, and then come back and you're kind of excited to go back to practice and get better.
How long did you take off from throwing?
From Wednesday's practice to yesterday's practice.
This is, most likely the end of the rivalry with Nevada. These
Yeah.
two schools have been playing a long time. What,
Yeah.
What do you remember about these games, and what you gonna miss that matchup? a little
Yeah,
bit?
it's definitely a rivalry. I think both sides will tell you that in a heartbeat. They're a good program. They have been. We're a good program. We've been in the same conference, so we play each year. And, all those games have been tough. I mean, I think both teams play extremely hard when we play each other.
Were you down there 2 years ago?
Yes, I was.
Do you think, does that enter your mind at all? I mean, when you think back to that, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I know we were up at half. Nevada came out, didn't quit. They did a great job in the second half of that game, and they came out the winners.
Do you think about it this week at all? I mean, does that motivate you at all?
Right now I'm just watching as much film I can on this year's team, on this year's Nevada's defense, trying to have the best plan ready and be prepared for them.
It's chaos on the field afterwards.
Yeah, that was chaos.
2 years removed for that, what do you remember about that scene, and how did the players deal with that?
We lost. Losing stinks. You never want to lose. I think that's what resonates the most with me. We hadn't lost a game up to that point that season, and I think it stung. And again, I'm just focused on this year's team, this year's Nevada defense, the 2012 version, and we're getting ready for them.
Do those moments, fans yelling in players' faces, do those stick with you at all?
I mean, they do to a certain extent, yeah. I mean, they did a great job. They had a great comeback. We were beating them, and they came back and didn't quit. And that's what we expect from this year's team.
I know this sort of happens every year. I wonder from the player's perspective, Coach Pete's name gets thrown out there for seemingly every open position,
Sure.
in college and the NFL. As a player, how do you guys deal with that? And do you kind of laugh at some of the places that get thrown out there?
Yeah, I haven't really heard anything, to be honest with you. I haven't really heard much. I can't really comment on that for you. Sorry.
Can you believe you're going into your last game of the regular season?
Yeah, it blew by, man. It really did. It's been a great process, great teammates. It's been a lot of fun. It did go by very fast.
How does it change? I mean, oftentimes you guys say you take it one game at a time, and now you say, you know that you're playing for a Mountain West Conference title. Is that? I mean, is there pressure when you say anything like that, or is it something that can help you guys? I guess.
I mean, we definitely do take it one week, one game at a time. And this week happens to be Nevada rivalry game, and it also happens to be for us a Mountain West championship on the line. I think there's just some heightened awareness amongst the team that hey, this is a big game. We got to prepare our butts off and be ready for Nevada on Saturday.